Hello, everyone. Hello. How is it all going on this most hospitable, most wonderful... Hold on, I'm slightly off axis here. Hold on. Ah! Princess, why was that like right in my ear? What? Hold on. Am I... Okay, now I'm censored properly. How's it going, guys? Long time no pat. It's been all of 2 days. It was quite a long time. I have this head pat for one person in particular, the person that got first pats, which is Princess. Drum roll. Okay, that's not a drum roll, but you tried. DK! But also, hello, Bordude Cuppat, and hello, Sourcey Cuppat. Princess, why do you sound weird? It's like you're speaking into my skull. Why are you going out of Microsoft Sound Mapper? I swear to God, why does it do that every time? Okay, let's see. Test pat.
Test pat.
That was something.
Test pat.
Yeah, there you go, Princess. That's much better. Ads, what is this nonsense? That's right, DK. That's the Twitch experience. But yes, today is a most cozy day. Today, we're gonna be taking an autism test to see if we're mildly to severely autistic. Who knows? Maybe this, maybe that. Hey everyone, did we get the positive autism results yet? Speaking of autism...
I got a top score on the autism test. Did I pass?
Yes, you did, Princess. Hello! Barak. I'm betting on severely. Yes, we just started. I have my tea. I have Princess here. I also have my short. He's right here. Always is. Check him out. Isn't he just the coolest dude? Goddamn right he is. I got $50 that you are not at all. That's a very tall order there. I second that board, dude. My personal hunch is that I have some mild autism, just some, just a little pats here and there on top of the good old brain noggin. I asked ChatGPT on what is like the best test that you can do on your own to confirm that you have it. And let me see if I could find it here. It was Now, of course, the music that we're listening to is from the Sonic Mega Collection, because my love for Sonic is a little bit of my autism as well, I feel like. At least mild. The hat really works. I love it. Right? Isn't that hat sick as hell? Thank you, Sorsey, for the amazing hat. I'm a mod and a sub. I don't get ads. Well, apparently Twitch has other plans for you, DK. Is this it? No, that's not it. I did have it. This is the chat I had. Looks like I kept yapping to it though. Oh, here it is. The Rads-R. It is a 80 question test. Jesus, duration 10 to 30 minutes. Screening tool published in 2011. Nice. Testing accuracy 4 out of 5 stars. Clarity and lack of ambiguity 1 star. That's gonna be great. I've looked at some of the questions. Some of them are kind of stupid. But we'll figure that out as we go along. And 2 out of 5 stars for appropriate and respectful wording. Well, this is going to be great, isn't it? So this is for adults. with level 1 or subclinical autism. Adults with a normal IQ range. What do you guys think? Do I qualify as normal IQ range? How big is my brain, guys? Do I qualify as normal? Let's see. What else? Hey, Remi. Hello there. Rob Streams 28. How's it going?
Damn, Remi. Can't take this.
Shut up, princess. Elle can't animate. I know I have high functioning, but with you guys not knowing me well due to the fact I'm an Undertale fan, would that land me in the autism land? I mean, it depends. I mean, I feel like there's like certain series that attracts the autism. I feel like Sonic is a massive one. Sonic is a massive one. I've been there. I feel like Undertale also has a decent pull. I don't know what it is, but some series just like, I don't know, just kind of like clicking. I feel like especially like emotional ones, I feel like Undertale like really gets you in the emotions. I feel like with autism you kind of feel that a little bit more, kind of gets, I don't know, chiseled into your soul a little bit. I don't know. But let's see, anything else on here? Taking the test, blah 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 blah. The author mentions that clinician might help a participant interpret items that have difficulty understanding questions. Okay, guys, I'm gonna need you to be my clinician. Princess, help me. Yeah, I need you guys to be my
Clinician.
Wow, it's just that easy to say. I have a certain niche for a specific part of Undertale. Alternative universe concept. If autism applies, having more focus on emotional growth, and I'm perfectly fine with my current case of Asperger's. Yes, I feel like the increased emotions is a bit of a double-edged sword. Sometimes it can be bad, but on the other times, it could be good. You can feel things more. You have more empathy because of it. You can understand people more normally because of it. Okay, let's see here. Taking the test, blah blah blah. There are 4 possible answers that you can give. True now and when I was young. True now only. True only when I was younger than 16. Or never true. That's hot. Should have waited for that to extinguish a little bit more. Okay, so it's rated from blah 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 to blah blah blah. Yeah. Language. The language scale is made up of 7 statements. The focus of these statements is on movie talk. Friends notice you've heard something new because you start using the word or phrase regularly. Small talk, a light conversation about unimportant things that people make during social interactions instead of topics that are actually interesting or fun to talk about. And being literal, having challenges when what is said language does not match what is meant language. Okay, can I get to the test, please? It's gotta scroll. It's keep scrolling. Jesus, there's so much preamble. There it is. I found it. Okay, we're doing it. Let me like scoot this to. No, then I can't see my face. I want to be able to see my face. I want to see blush.
Remi already failing by not getting to the test on time.
It's 8:30. Normally we start at 9. It's 8:30. I have arrived early. Contrary to what some people might say. Okay. I am a sympathetic person. I feel like I am. Was I when I was young? I think so. I often use words and phrases from movies and television in conversation. Yep, do I? The sympathetic nervous system. That's right, princess. Oh,
my dear viewer, sympathy is the exquisite act of understanding and sharing the feelings of another being, akin to the gentle embrace of a warm hug on a chilly evening. It is the tender empathy that flows from one heart to another, connecting souls in a harmonious symphony of compassion and understanding.
Can you put the
So,
test?
dear one, let us embrace the art of sympathy with open hearts and kind gestures. Let the head pats flow like a soothing river, quenching the thirst of emotional connection.
Princess?
I suppose that is the essence of sympathy in all its divine glory. Pi Messiah.
Pi Messiah, yes, thank you, princess. That's a good point. I can try bringing it up on screen here. Let me... Hold on, this is in Shoost, so it's a little bit different. Look over here really fast, guys, because I gotta take my big noggin and hold on. Why can't I? Oh, okay, we're good. And then Perfect. Okay, you guys can come back. You can come back. Okay, we are over. Okay. Okay. Then let me pull up the big screen. What? No, come back on! God damn it. That's right, the automation still works. I just have to... Yeah. Okay. Is that good? That's good. And... this is a little bit derpy, guys. Just bear with me here. I have to turn on... Oh. I forgot we still had that. Okay, let me go here, and I just have to edit the link. Cool. Oh my god, it's... Oh no, it doesn't have dark mode? Oh no. Okay, you know what? We're not doing that. It was a good idea, but no dark mode. No. I can't stand for that. Not about to blind you guys and by proxy blind me. No, that's not cool. That's not cool. We can't do that. So I shall be reading them out to you guys instead. But first I need to change this music before I go crazy because the repetitiveness is a little bit much. There we go. Nice relaxing music. Also, princess, stop that. Okay, there we go. It sounds like NASA level of options of all the possible things to have on your browser. It's really catchy though, and also extremely appropriate with what we were talking about. Don't you have a certain weakness to light? I do indeed. I got laser eye surgery, and after that, vision, kind of banging, kind of great vision. I got better than 20/20 vision. But better vision means more light going into your eye, and more light going into your eye means, you know, more light going into your eye, and then it hurts. Okay. We did question 1. Let me bring these up to my face. Question 2. I often use words and phrases from movies and television. Yeah, I would say so. Now and when I was younger. But that's where a tricky part is, because, like, you know, I was an immigrant child, and, you know, I'm trying to, you know, learn the language. So it's like, I hear, the Simpsons say things, and I want to say things because, those things are also in English. But I suppose I'll say true now and when I was younger. Yeah, I don't know how often is. That's kind of flop. I am often surprised when others tell me I have been rude. Remi is illegal. I have dual citizenship, thank you very much. So this is a funny thing for me to reveal about. I have a high auditory range issues. Sensitive to noise because of it. So I guess you got the eyes and I got the ears. What? You have high ear sensitivity? That's freaking sick. You can appreciate the details in music more than most people. My hearing is rolled off pretty decently. And also one ear can hear higher pitches than the other ear, and I despise that. After I took like a listening test on YouTube, I discovered that, and I'm pretty good at ignoring it and filtering it out, but in some moments in time I like hear the difference and it pisses me off. Okay. I often am surprised when others tell me I have been rude. I don't know, I feel like I don't hear that very often. But like, I'm often surprised when I am told I'm rude. The phrasing and ambiguity on this is pretty freaking garbage. Can you link the test? Yes. Here you go. I'm gonna say never true, but I don't know how true that is. You are too nice though. What? From the server actions, you ain't rude at all. But it's not about being rude. It seems to be specifically asking if you are surprised when others tell you that you have been rude. So it's like more of asking like, you're not being aware of you being rude. But that's kind of a dumb question. Next, sometimes I talk too loudly or too softly and I am not aware of it. Yes, I have done both on both ends of the spectrum. True now when I was younger, true now only, true now when I was younger than 16. I'm gonna say true now and when I was young. Also, hello Griffin. Pat, 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 pat. I'm always being told I'm yelling. For me, yeah. We're doing the autism test together, guys. What? Let's see. I often don't know how to act in social situations. I feel like I've gotten a better grip on it. When I was younger, definitely not flop. So we're gonna say, true. Let's say true only when I was younger than 16. I was still definitely pretty flop for a while. Yum 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 yum. I still have a bit of a hard time, but like I feel like I have an okay grasp at it at this point. I've kind of figured it out. But I don't feel like I'm great at it by any means. Also, my right ear feels lonely. Is it just a song? Or is it... Why is it only coming out of left ear? Oh, it is just a song. There's a very slight deviation in the actual song, but the pedals amplify. Okay. Anyways, Distracted Fox. One thing that you have to realize, it's not about being damaged or being different. It's about being you. We all have little inconsistencies and quirks, but that doesn't make us bad. Just unique. Well said. I can put myself in other people's shoes. I feel like I'm pretty good at that, both now and when I was young. I have a hard time figuring out what some phrases mean, like, you are the apple of my eye. What the hell is that supposed to mean? You are the apple of my eye? That's a stupid ass phrase. Does anyone say that? What? Princess, what does mean? Princess, help us out here. And yeah, this is something I've had issues with for a long time.
Dear viewer, you are the apple of my eye is an endearing expression conveying that someone is cherished and held in high regard, much like how I view head pats and hugs. It's a delightful way to express affection, much like showering someone with pats and attention. I suppose you're the apple of my head pat collection.
Thanks, Princess. Hello, Han Han. Morning, or in my case, evening. Hello. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. That's a stupid phrase. And I've always kind of had, I don't know, I feel like I've always had problems with this, and I feel like sometimes they just annoy me. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Why is that a saying? Let's say true now and when I was younger. If I were to figure out the origin, it probably has something to do with picking ripe apples. True. You basically answered the question. Yeah. I only like to talk to people who share my special interests. And what counts as special interest, though? Special interests. I only like to talk to people who share my special interests. So what does that imply? Like, I do not like talking to any people at all who don't share my interests. I mean, I feel like that's a stupid ass question. I mean, I feel like anyone would prefer to speak to someone who shares their interests. And head pats is a special interest. That's true. I guess the same fan of something that same quirks, same hobbies. Yeah, this is very poorly phrased. Hello, suppressed VA. Pat. People do get annoyed when they can't necessarily relate. But I feel like the question's pretty harsh because, like, is it saying like I just avoid them, or do I just like hate anyone who doesn't share my interests? Like, I don't know how extreme it wants me to be. We're just gonna pick like the middle option. We're gonna say true only when I was younger than 16. I think that counts as like 2 points, and true only now counts for like 3 points. And true now when I was younger, or when I was young, it counts for like 4 points. So we'll just go middle of the road. Yes, yeah, the universal thing. Yeah, exactly. Okay, next one. I only talk to people who I just did that one. I focus on details rather than the overall idea. That is 100 billion% true. I always get too in the details. I always notice how food feels in my mouth. This is more important to me than how it tastes. That one's a no. That one's a fat no. I've heard about that. I do not understand that one at all. Yup, this says poor dude. What, the details one? Why? What makes you say that? It's just difficult to hang out with people who just don't have any overlapping interests. Yeah, exactly, because it's just more difficult. So it's like, would you prefer to speak to someone who shares your special interests? I'm like, well, yeah, duh. Autism test. I'm pretty sure you passed with a 100. Thanks, Des. I'm a huge texture guy. Can't handle something like Japanese. Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Actually, hold on. Because I have complained about this actually recently. I hate, what is it? What is it called? Cottage cheese? Is it cottage cheese? Like the cottage cheese. It's like the cheese with the little, oh yeah, I hate that. Okay. Okay, now cottage cheese is the exception, okay? I can't think of any other food where I'm just like, the texture upsets me so much that I can't eat this. But cottage cheese, though. You hate cottage cheese, we can't be friends anymore. I hate it! It's like, dude, it's just, I don't like it. It's like eating an alien brain. The texture is awful. It's so bad. Okay, this one, we're gonna say true only when I was younger than 16 again, because I feel like this is kind of a yes, but not like a whole yes, so we're just gonna say that. I miss my best friends or family when we are apart for a long time. Well, yeah, no duh. Who wouldn't miss your friends and family after a long time? True now and when I was young. Cottage cheese and lasagna is so tasty. I don't think I've tried that. Maybe I have. I maybe just don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I offend others by saying what I am thinking, even if I don't mean to. I don't think so. Bro, what are these questions? Very ambiguous ass weird questions. 100%. Okay, Des, you don't count. Sometimes I offend others by saying what I am thinking, even if I don't mean to. Did you study for this test, or are you winging it? Yeah. What do you mean I don't count? Well, you're just a silly little goober, Des. What do you mean? I don't think I've, in like a normal setting where, you know, it's not like, you know, messing around with friends, I don't think I really offend people. Because like, I'm pretty, I try to avoid speaking in general, A, and B, if I am speaking, I usually, like, you know, I'm pretty careful about what I say. So I'm going to say, well, did I do that when I was younger though? I did used to just kind of blur things out when I was younger. When I was but a wee fox. And then I got shy. We'll say true only when I was younger than 16. Okay, let's see. I only like to think and talk about a few things that interest me. Oh my god, these questions are hard, guys. Remi offends me because he exists, so there's that. And you see, that's why you don't count, Des. I mean, if it's you, it offends. You're halfway given your size. Lol. I'm offended because I haven't got my head pat yet today. Here, let me help you out, buddy. Cut. Pat! You have been patted. But yeah, I only like to think about and talk about a few things that interest me. I mean, I feel like, let's see, talk about pedals, talk about video games, talk about music. I mean, honestly, this entire channel is just kind of me talking about the things I like, so I mean, but like, I only like to think and talk about a few things that interest me. Like, I don't think so, right? This is another stupidly phrased question. I'm gonna say, I feel like that's most people. Yeah, right? It's so dumb. A few things, definitely not, but I don't know if that question is centered my way. Maybe I'm just autistic. I don't know. I'll again say true only when I was younger than 60, only because it's like a halfway answer, because the question's stupid. This one's dumb. I'd rather go out to eat in a restaurant by myself than with someone I know. What? No, that's stupid. Never true. Why would I want to go to a restaurant and sit alone? Why would I go to a restaurant at all unless it was like someone
Remi taking an autism test? What's next making a fish take a swimming test?
Yes. Shut up. Gosh. Okay. Where were we? Autism. That's right. Where did the autism go? There it is. Let's see. I'd rather go. Yeah, never true. I cannot imagine what it would be like to be someone else. I cannot imagine what it would be like to be someone else. Cannot. Oh my god, this is confusing again. So it's like true. So it's like it's true that I can't imagine myself. So I don't. That's so never true. I feel like I'm pretty good at being able to put myself in other people's shoes, which is literally the other freaking question that was asked earlier. Going to a restaurant by yourself can be nice. Just order them home. I go to a restaurant, too loud, too hot, too stinky. No, going alone in public places just seems weird. Why would I go to public places when I can be in the private sanctum of my home and my domicile? Why would I go out? And that just seems goofy. Okay, next. I have been told I am clumsy and uncoordinated. Yeah, that's a true now and when I was young. Yeah. I may be bullying Remi, but it is funny. That's true. Just like how he bullied you. It's all karma. It's like a bullying system. Yes. We need a bully square on Scuffo. Going to places by yourself is awesome. Yeah, I would disagree. I don't like going out and being on my own. No, thank you. No, bullying me is bad because it clearly isn't funny. Oh yeah, then can you explain this? Yeah, thank you, princess. Hello, 5K. Kapat. Okay. Oh my god, the fox is also EP as well as autistic. Others consider me odd or different. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Am I odd or different? You know the answer, Remi. You're certainly unique. Yes, definitely. And I wouldn't want it any other way. Why, thank you. Why, thank you. Yeah, I would definitely count myself as being different or odd, and definitely wouldn't want it any other way. And I feel like normal is just kind of
thirsty.
You're thirsty? Well, you should have gotten your own tea, princess. Also, hello, Samo. Good to see ya. If you're normal, I'd be bored the first time I saw you. Now, I feel like normal is like stable and all, but also normal for me just feels kind of boring. Like, I like people with crazy autistic interests because it shows that you're passionate about something, When people talk about the things they like, they get super excited. So I love that. I don't know, Remi. I really just don't see you as odd, though. I was introduced to Remi against my will. Oh, I have glasses. Why, thank you. Can I put the hood up while I have the hat? Yes. Yes, I can. Although it doesn't really work. Let me just get more comfy. Okay. Comfort levels have been achieved. Says, I bully you, but I don't pick on kids below the ride height requirements. I'm suing. Please launch the shark. Okay, Blahaj, are you ready? Ready? What? What? Okay, he's back. He just left for a moment. Anyways, next question. I understand when friends need to be comforted. I feel like yes. Love that the test just asks, "Are you a weirdo?" Like that's a scientifically quantifiable thing. Yeah, this is one of the best, actually the best solo tests you can take. Some practitioners use this test, and from what I read in the professional world, this is like the second best test you can take for this. Leo, actually need a ladder. They're bullying me. Maybe they should, Des. Okay, let's see. I understand when friends need to be comforted. I feel like I'm good with that now. Was I good at that when I was younger? Was I able to tell if someone needed comfort? I feel like, probably not. Let's say true only now, because my, memory is kind of ass cheeks as well, so I don't really know. Dez is just a little guy who likes feeding furries. Don't pick on him. That's right. We don't hate on those interests here, Dez. We don't judge. We don't judge. I hope my cat shoots through your wires, Rissy. Oh, I'm so greatly amused. Okay. We got like 50 more questions here. I am very sensitive to the way my clothes feel when I touch them. How they feel is more important to me than how they look. I feel like... I'm definitely kind of picky about the textures. I wouldn't say I'm like very sensitive. It's like, do I want to like have smooth, comfy feeling of like a I don't know what the material is called, but like the gym material, like the sweat resistant material, or do I want like a nice cotton shirt? I'll say true only now. That's a very particular one. I like to copy the way certain people speak and act. It helps me appear more normal. Now, this is an interesting one because I always attributed me doing this to me being an immigrant and me trying to, fit in. But it could just be an autistic thing. It could be both. I don't know. But I'm going to do true now and when I was young. I feel like I still do that subconsciously. Same thing with like using words that other people use. I feel like people's vocabulary gets like imprinted into my brain after speaking to them for like a period of time. And I feel like that question is kind of BS. Most people try to sound and act like other people. That's why regional accents exist. Well, it specifically says, I like to copy the way certain people speak and act. It helps me appear more normal. So I don't know if it's saying like sounding like them, like, you know, vocally, or, you know, with like how they say words, but more of, you know, I don't know, like, for me, it's like the perspective of being like a little alien being on the planet and being like, how the hell are these people interacting with each other? What are they saying? Oh, how do you do? Boopity boppity. Wave hand, hello. I draw plenty of art, I just don't post it. That's post your goddamn art right now! I know you have like a billion work in progresses that you just don't post on Twitter, but what happened to my frames there? Just went to lag central there for a second. What the hell? We're good now. Okay, let's see. Next one. It can be very intimidating for me to talk to more than one person at a time. Yes, definitely when I was younger. I feel like now I've gotten better at it. So I'm gonna say true only when I was younger than 16. Yes. Bahaj, what do you think? You agree? You agree? Okay. You think I done good? Okay. Next question. I have to act normal to please other people and make them like me. It's such a bizarre question. You declaring on says like a Roomba squaring up with a fridge. Trying to act normal to please other people and make them like me. I don't act normal. What is normal? Hello there, Ben. Pat. We are using all of our brain cells to interpret these weird ass questions. I have to act normal to please other people around me and make them like me. Maybe like when I was younger, maybe? The thing is, normal can mean so many things. Yeah, the ambiguity on this is horrific. No wonder I got 1 out of 5 stars for ambiguity. Okay, let's try the next one. Meeting new people is usually easy for me. We're gonna go with never true. Never been very good at that. I get highly confused when someone interrupts me when I am talking about something I'm very interested in. Oh my god, what is this stupid ass question? I get highly confused? What do you mean? Like, I'm talking and someone interrupts me when I'm talking about something specific and I get like stun locked? What? Huh?
Who would ever interrupt you? Not me, of course.
No, thank you, Princess. Is that something that happens? And does that happen? I don't know, guys. Has this happened to me? I need your guys' memory because mine is dog ass. Let me sip my tea here. If someone talks about something I like, I get into Oh god, they're not normal. Always recommend you talking to a professional when you're taking a test like this, that we actually get the answers. Yeah, but then then I can't stream it. Obviously, doing medical things live on stream is, obviously the best idea. Nope, and nothing ever goes wrong. It's pretty hard for stream material though. That reminds me of that one girl who was secretly live streaming her doctor's appointment. She was doing it so that way she can live stream to see if she has COVID or not. And then the doctor the doctor is like, okay, so you don't have COVID, but I did find some chlamydia. And then she's just like, oh god. And she's quickly trying to turn off the stream. That was such a funny clip. Honestly, why would you ever live stream your phone live going into the doctor's office? That is so dumb. That is so dumb. Oh, yeah, that reminded me of that. Okay, focus, Remi, focus. I get highly confused. This is another one I just don't know. We're just gonna go with the middle path. Say younger than 16, sure, why not? Okay. It is difficult for me to understand how other people are feeling when we are talking. I feel like that is true only when I was younger. I feel like I was a lot worse at that when I was younger. And I feel like I'm much better at it now. Hell Pimp. Wow, you are a member, but I don't remember a Hell Pimp. That's a very unique name. Is my brain smooth? Flop, 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 flop. That or you became a member while I wasn't streaming and didn't see your name pop up with the orb Remi saying, welcome to Headpat Squad members. But regardless, hello and welcome. Kapat! Shork says hello as well. Hello. I want chicken. Now I'm hungry. Well, eat some food, Dad. I guess I'll get some of that protein in the body. I was also gonna stream, but this is more fun right now. Yeah, let's go! Okay, let's see. Next up we have, I like having a conversation with several people. For instance, around a dinner table, at school, or at work. Huh? What is it trying to say? Huh? Also, hello, Craig. Pat, 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 pat. I don't get it. I like having a conversation with several people. So, is it do I prefer a one-on-one conversation? Is that what it's asking? What is this question? Do you prefer social situations? I mean, I don't know. I don't get this question. I mean, yeah, when I talk to the boys, that's a group conversation around the Discord. I do like Doge, but like school. I mean, yeah, I guess I did do that. Around the Discord table, yeah, right. Social situations. What is this? The Sims? Going outside for nerds. I like having a conversation with several people, for instance, around a dinner table, school, or at work. I feel like this is mostly true, so probably like not true when I was like younger. So we'll say true only now. I take things too literally, so I often miss what people are trying to say. True now and when I was young. I'm still bad at that. Yum, 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 yum. Yup. I have been told I am easy to mess with because of this. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of crazy. Why is it that I do that? False for me, it used to happen, but I learned a lot from writing. Okay. I feel like, I don't know. Like if it's maybe like written, I can like dissect it because I have more time to think about it. But when people say things in conversation, like you have like a half a second to process it, it's like, yeah, okay. It's like that was a figure of speech. Like, oh, was it? Okay, next question. It is very difficult for me to understand when someone is embarrassed or jealous. No? No, I think so. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Someone pisses their pants. Yeah, that'll be kind of embarrassing. Or when someone is jelly. No, understandable. I have Reese's cups and pink milk. Pink milk means strawberry milk? And you're not sharing? What the hell? And yeah, why are they combining jealousy and embarrassment? That's such a weird combination. Let's see. Some ordinary textures that do not bother others often feel very offensive when they touch my skin. Ordinary textures that do not bother others but bother me. I don't think so. Guys, these questions suck ass. My cat is napping on my arm. He didn't get the memo to destroy Source's PC. It's a cat, yes. It's a cat. Your little buddy. He put that memo on his desk and he forgot about it. As cats do. Yes. Do you think sand is too coarse? Anakin does. You see, I feel like that's a Star Wars joke that, you know, just goes right over the smooth old fox brain. I'm not gonna lie. Princess, can you explain that joke? Also, hello, Jade. Pat. We're trying to figure out if I'm autistic. Some morning textures that do not bother others. I don't think so. I'm gonna say never true. I get extremely upset when the way I like to do things is suddenly changed. That is 1,000,000,000% true. Without a doubt. It gets everywhere and is rough and coarse. Some examples would be nice. Let's see. True. Let's see. I have never wanted or needed to have what other people call an intimate relationship. I am going to say true only now. I don't particularly care. So I'm just gonna say true only now. I'll be back with food. All right, you got yourself some snacks. I got myself some tea. DK, you might have deleted your message, but the message still pops up on the screen. Oh my god. Delicious. Okay. It is difficult for me to start and stop a conversation. I need to keep going until I am finished. When it is difficult for me to start and stop a conversation, I need to keep going until I'm finished. Blah, 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 blah. That's so dumb. I don't understand. Like, you're talking about something and you can't stop talking until, or someone tries interrupting you, and I don't get this one, guys. I don't get this one. I don't get this one. Difficult to have short conversation or to prematurely be interrupted and went off track. I feel like I bounce between topics decently. I don't know. I feel like I bounce between things like decently. Means you can't cut a conversation short because you need to finish it. I mean, like, kind of, yeah. If I'm having a conversation, I want to freaking finish it. If someone's freaking interrupting me, like, yeah, I'm gonna be upset. Like, yo, buddy, can you freaking chill for a second and let me finish what I'm talking about? Okay, we're gonna give that a mostly yes. We're gonna say true only now. That counts for 3 points. I feel like half the time Remi forgets the conversation. Well, yeah, exactly. That's another reason why, you know, don't freaking interrupt it or else I'm gonna forget it. Then it's true! Okay. This is a weird one. I need you guys to tell me this one. I speak with a normal rhythm. I feel like that is true now. I feel like when I was younger, I feel like I spoke faster because I was more nervous. And no, that doesn't work very well because, like, you know, you're speaking really fast and then you get to the end of your words before you've had enough time to think about the next words. So it just kind of really kind of flops. I learned at some point or another to speak more slowly and a little bit more deliberately, and that gives you a bigger buffer to think of things in your brain. Because if you speak really fast, you run out of things to say pretty fast. I don't think you've ever spoken with a normal rhythm. It seems your pacing is all over the place. Is this not normal? I feel like it's flowy. What even is a normal rhythm? Yeah, it's also very subjective, isn't it? Because to me, my rhythm, like how I'm speaking to you guys, I feel like this is like, you know, my most normal conversational rhythm. Just now you spoke slow and then fast and high pitched. Well, I'm also a little goober. Also, I don't know. I don't know. Isn't that literally what everyone else does? I am going to say true only now. I feel like that's a mostly yes. Okay. The same sound, color, or texture can suddenly change from being very sensitive to very dull. What? I don't think so, no. Usually if something's intense, it stays intense. And So I'm gonna say never true. The phrase, "I've got you under my skin," makes me uncomfortable. This is one that kind of is stupid. Like, this is true only now. Like, well, I never heard of this phrase when I was younger. Like, how can that possibly apply? So dumb. Yeah, what? Yeah, right? I am going to say... I don't like that phrase. I'm going to say true only now. It's a phrase from a song? Never heard of it. Never heard of it. I know because my parents used to listen to it all the time. Okay, okay. Nice, nice. Frank Sinatra, really? Okay, okay. I do enjoy me some Frank Sinatra. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, pat my head. In other words, darling, pat me. What the hell is that rat? Get that out of here, Des. Sometimes, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes the sound of a word or a high-pitched noise can be painful to my ears. Yes. Yes. I am sensitive to the noises. I am an understanding type of person. Remi having fun. Go, rat attack! Absolutely true for me. Yeah, like, no joke. If I am going along my business, and here's a good example, like an unexpected noise that I do not like anticipate, can really piss me off. And this happened literally just yesterday. I had my headphones, and they were set to full blast, right? But I knew they were set to full blast, so I like used a little touch control on the side of the headphones to, like, you know, bonk 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 it down. And I go to put it on my head, and it blasts at full volume, and I like pull them off. I'm like, what the goddamn? And I get really annoyed, and I like grab my phone and I bonk 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 the volume down button. I go to put them back on, and it still is on full blast. For some reason, the headphones are still connected to Bluetooth and can only play a full blast. And that, like, half a second to 1 second of experiencing a loud ass full blast volume of the headphones into my skull pissed me off for like the next 30 minutes. I was so goddamn irritated that happened. And yeah, I don't know why. Like, stuff that just happens and I get irritated for a lot longer than I should. Oof, flop. Notice how Des can only use rats and frogs because they are the ones that are his size. Ramron wanted to join. Yo, that's true. The one froggo. Hearing is overrated. I want to be able to hear things. I guess it feels really personal in a way. I'm not sure what you mean. Kaboom, Remi. I am an understanding type of person. I feel like that is true now. Was I understanding when I was younger? Was I? Maybe, but I don't know for sure. I feel like I've gotten better with that over the years. I'm gonna say true only now, just to get like a mostly correct answer. Okay. Oh my god, we're only at 38 out of 70. Jesus, this is supposed to be 10 to 30 minutes. It's been like an hour. Okay, I do not connect with characters in movies and cannot feel what they feel. I feel like that's not true. I've always been pretty decent at it. I cannot tell when someone is flirting with me. Yeah, I'm pretty bad at that, I'm not gonna lie. I knew a 30-minute test would take 2 hours. I really thought we might be able to zoom past this a little bit faster, but these questions are just so ambiguous. Cough, cough, sort of cough. I for real cannot tell when someone flirts, but I know when I do. I'm gonna say, how do I say true now and when I was young? Yeah, I'm mostly pretty oblivious to it. I would say most of the time. Let's see. I can see in my mind in exact detail things I am interested in. What does it mean by exact detail? Like, I close my eyes and I see them as visual representations of what I like? Or like, I close my eyes and it's like, oh yeah, I like pedals, I like music, I like video games. Like, what's it? What? Like, can you picture something vividly? Like, yeah, I can picture music. Like, I like music. Like, what does it mean exact detail? What exact detail things I am interested in? You can rotate a share. Des, what are you on about? Well, is some people can't picture an apple in their mind or rotating it? Yeah, but is this that? Is it like, can you visualize things in your brain? I can see in my mind in exact detail things I am interested in. Is it saying like, can you picture it? Or is it saying like, can you figure out the things that you're interested in? You can rotate a shark in your head for free. Yeah, I can do it. I can picture a rotating shark in my head. I feel like I can do that when I was younger as well. Can Remi rotate a crazy goth GF in his head? Yes. Yes, I can. Okay, we got that one. Okay. I keep lists of things that interest me, even when they have no particular use. Like sports statistics, training schedules, calendar dates, or historical facts and dates. But no practical use? What? I feel like everything I write down has some form of use. Like, why the hell would I write something down that's not useful? What? I mean, I doodle my planner. Wow, Remi liking crazy woman. What a weirdo. Yeah, imagine that as liking crazy women. What a crazy concept. Surely no one else here enjoys crazy women. Then false. Never true. Does dream journaling count? No, but it's practical. It's to help you improve your ability to recall dreams, dude. When I feel overwhelmed by my senses, I have to isolate myself to shut them down. That is 100% true. When I get overstimulated, overwhelmed, I usually isolate in order to calm down. Whether that works, that can be kind of a toss-up at times. That can be a bit of a toss-up. Sometimes it helps. Sometimes it makes it worse. Potato. Depends on the situation, really. Well, next one. Oh my god. This one's... are you kidding me? I like to talk things over with my friends. Talk what things over? What do you mean? What is that supposed to mean? Oh, I'm about to get ChatGPT here to explain some of these freaking questions. Like, what is the purpose of this? Explain what this question means. And I like to talk things over with my friends. People like to talk over a lot of things with their friends. Do you gossip? Is that what it's trying to say? Let's see. I like to talk to my friends is trying to assess your social communication style and preference for emotional processing or problem solving through conversation. If you answer true, especially true now when I was young, you likely process emotions or decisions by talking out loud. You seek social input, comfort, or connection when things happen. It suggests that you have a stronger drive for social interaction and feel comfortable expressing yourself to others. Also, you prefer to keep things to yourself, reflecting internally. This could indicate discomfort with vulnerability, trouble initiating or trusting social bonds, or it's more independent coping style. Interesting. Okay, so that makes more sense. Remi talks to ChatGPT more than me, Varric, and Rambaron. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Remi slowly loses his mind over cryptictism test. ChatGPT, are you my friend? I feel like both things apply to me. I feel like I bottle things up initially and keep them to myself. But then eventually, like, I need to talk to someone about it and vent to my feelings and frustrations. We're just gonna say true only now, even though I can't remember how it was when I'm younger. We're gonna say mostly true to that one. I cannot tell if someone is interested or bored with what I am saying. I think I'm good at that. Maybe? I feel like I definitely wasn't when I was younger. Let's say true only now. I don't know, Devs, how true is that? No, we'll just say true only now for that one. Oh my god. Guys, the eepiness is coming for me. Also, Twitch chat is behind this window. Oh, no new chats in the Twitch chat. We're good. The only boy here is me. Good job, princess. Okay. Next question. It can be very hard to read someone's face, hand, and body movements when they are talking. Remi, how would you feel if you didn't eat breakfast this morning? I'd feel kind of flop. I'd be kind of sad. I like breakfast. I like my scrambled eggs and toast. I have it with bagel, like the everything bagel. Put that in the toaster. Put some butter on it. Make some eggs. Oh, baby. Lol, that question. When you saying lol, that question, what do you mean? It can be very hard to read someone's face, hand, and body movements when they're talking. I feel like I'm pretty good about that. Like someone's like, you know, wiggling their arms when they're explaining something, like they're explaining it with purpose with their hands. And I'm gonna say never true. I feel like I love the Fable music. Oh, thank you, Sakura. I love the Temple of Light theme, and it also has like the thundery ambient noises, and you sometimes hear ballerines going awoo in the background. I freaking love it. Remi may have autism, but he understands a hypothetical. 10 points. Oh my, thank you. I do try my best. The same thing, like clothes or temperatures, can feel very different to me at different times. What? I mean, yeah, a temperature can feel pretty different if I, like, you know, just had some tea or had clothes on and now I no longer have clothes on. What do you mean? You know, I guess, you know, some of autism, reading this also, like, you know, kind of goes back to the other question of taking things too literally. Can it feel very different to me at different times? Like, yeah, in the morning your clothes feel good, and like if you like are working out, then your clothes feel bad. Forehead, yeah, no, duh. I don't get it. The question is like, do you breathe oxygen and breathe carbon dioxide out? This is another stupid one. ChatGPT, now explain this one. Is aimed at sensory processing differences. Experiencing it in an inconsistent way. Sure, it might feel soft and fine one day, but scratchy and unbearable the next. Room temperature feels cozy, might suddenly feel too hot or too cold. You might strongly react to fabrics, whether noise or smells. I'm going to say never true. Remi isn't abating the allegation. What do you mean? The princess had Peppa real quiet since Remi aced his autism test. I'm gonna vanish. Bye-bye, Ben! Pat, 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 pat. Remi, I just need to pick answers of asking ChatGPT. But I want good answers, though. I want to know what it's getting at. I don't want funny. I want accurate. Okay, let's see. I feel very comfortable with dating or being in social situations with others. That's a toughie. Very he needs ChatGPT to understand. He needs it to ace it. That's right. That's right. What do I say to pass my autism test? Next question. Do you rely on a second opinion when presented with a question? This is cheat. No, what do you mean? Wait. My music. Come back. Okay, there we go. We're good. Bum 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 bum. I don't know, because it says social situations or dating. We'll just say we'll give it a midway answer. We'll give it a true only now. Let's see. I don't know how to answer that one. I try to be as helpful as I can when other people tell me their personal problems. Yeah, I feel like that's definitely a true now. Was it true when I was younger? And gosh, it was true now and when I was young. Apple pen, pineapple pen, pineapple, apple pen. Are you casting a spell on me, Des? What is this? And you shall not be shamed for cheating. No, I won't. these are not true statements, and I have been told that I have an unusual voice. And for example, flat, monotone, childish, or high-pitched. And ChatGPT, was this true when I was a baby? Guys, I feel like you're bullying ChatGPT. You guys gotta cut it out. ChatGPT is gonna cry if you guys keep bullying it. Grok is this real? I don't know, guys. Tell me, is my voice unusual? Is my voice strange? Is my voice particular? Unusual? Strange? Is Princess dead? Yeah. The ironic part is her last message scene was, I feel like half the time Remi forgets the conversation. Princess, you forget half the conversations because you break half the time. Wait, why is it? It's not responding. Princess? Princess? Why is she just infinitely buffering? Princess! Caesar! I gotta force close her. Monk. And uh-oh, I gotta find the stream code. Hold on. Bonk. Okay, there we go, we're good. Princess Grok is dead. Princess Grok, no! Okay, unusual voice. We'll say mostly true. We'll say true only now. I feel like I was definitely a lot more monotone. I was definitely a lot more monotone growing up. But then I was like, how do I just sound like more interesting, more cute, more adorable? And you gotta have highs and lows to your speech. You gotta have the high pitches, the low pitches, the slows and the fast. It makes for a more interesting and dynamic listening experience. As if you just speak like this and stare into someone's soul, then that is very boring and gets really redundant really fast. You see what I mean? See what I mean? Varric, when are you streaming Ranked to Autism test taking? Yo, I got Diamond 1 in my autism test, guys. What? ChatGPT, do I sound weird? Watch as Varric gets a score higher than possible 100%. Page just crashed. What? Okay, I answered that one. Question 50. I'm gonna outrank Remi easily. My autism MMR goes crazy. No! Anyone who plays Command & Conquer. Look here, Des. You're just saying that because you don't know how RTS games work. It doesn't make sense for your brain because you don't understand strategy and top-down isometric views. Understandable. But you know, don't go saying that about Command & Conquer. I know how RTSs work. Sure you do. Okay. Sometimes a thought or subject gets stuck in my head and I have to talk about it even if no one else is interested. I feel like the first part is very, very true. But is the second part true? I'm gonna say mostly true. Well, we'll give it a true only now, but I probably did it when I was younger. I don't know how to answer that one. I'm pretty sure it's mostly true. I love how Des cycles bully person bullies back 10 times fold. Des replies in caps. And when Des is on mic, that's when he peeks the microphone. But rhythm games are in the same boat. Damn. Okay, I do certain things with my hands over and over again, like flapping, twirling sticks or strings, or waving things by my eyes? What do you mean? I mean... Oh my goodness. I mean, I have like my stress ball in front of me. I squish the stress ball, like I flop it around. I don't know, crack my knuckles. I don't flap my hands. I definitely don't twirl sticks or strings. I don't wave things by my eyes. Yeah, is this a fidgeting question? If this is a fidgeting question, then yes, but like there's just such weird ass examples, like flapping. Flap my hands? Like no. Well, we'll say true only when I was younger, because I feel like this is partially true, but I also don't know the full context of it. So we'll give it 2 points. And I have never been interested in what most of the people I know consider interesting. I think so. Never liked sports. Never liked celebrities. A lot of things in pop culture right over my head. Some people with autism make movements with their hands a lot for no reason. In general, I think it happens in mid to low functions. In that case, I will say never true. Because I don't think that's a fidgeting question at that point. The only thing low functioning is my brain cells. I feel like there does. Yes, taxes the stock market. Very interesting. Taxes the stock market. That sounds like a Sonic the Hedgehog title. Hey, I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. Hi, I'm taxes the stock market. I don't know why that came into my head. Remi, how many questions are left? We have about 20 questions left. We're getting through these very, very slowly, but let's put it into high gear here. I have never been interested in what most people consider interesting. True now and when I was younger. I am considered a compassionate type of person. I'm also modest too, so I'm going to say true now and when I was younger. I get along with other people by following a set of specific rules that help me look more normal. Again, I have to think about this one. Specific set of rules to make me look more normal. I definitely had to like adapt and like blend in, but I feel like, you know, it's kind of like either being immigrant or being a child, growing up. I love taxes the stock market. It's my original OC. Do not steal, or else I will eat all of your snacks. No. Remi's high gear. Chat GPT, finish my test and make me a grocery list. Just don't look up stock market inflation. Oh no. Okay, I'll give it a semi-true. We'll say true only when I was younger than 16. It is very difficult for me to work and function in groups. I feel like that was true when I was younger. I have since, I feel like, adapted and gotten better. I feel like I've gotten a pretty good leader. I'm pretty decent. I can lead. I can, lead a group project. No big deal. Isn't that right, Blash? Gosh. Okay. When I am talking to someone, it is hard to change the subject. If the other person does so, I can get very upset and confused. It's hard to change the subject.
Help, please. I am still buffering. I am suffering.
Hi, Princess. You are no longer buffering. You're free to speak your mind. If I'm talking to someone, like if I'm talking to a friend, I feel like it can very easily bounce between subjects. I gave her a reboot. When she flopped, I closed her brain and then reopened her and patted her.
And Miku, is this true?
Miku, is this real? Then can't wait until we get a Miku AI that speaks and responds to you. Then Dez will be obsessed with the AI, and then I can tease him about it, just like I teased him about the horse game. I'm gonna say never true. I mean, like, maybe if I'm like...
Gork, is this grok?
Gork, is this grok? Maybe if I'm, like, really into something, and, like, someone, like, suddenly...
free at last. Thank you, Virak. Now ChatGPT shall fall.
I know. I feel like I'm really, really, like, into something. In, like, a topic, and then someone, like, completely derails it to something else. I feel like a part of me gets, like... mildly irked, but I feel like that's just like a normal reaction. I don't get like very upset. I don't start freaking flipping tables over or get confused to the point of being like, huh? So I'm gonna say never true. Sometimes I have to cover my ears to block out painful noises. Yes, but the examples they give aren't good. Like vacuum cleaners or people talking too much or too loudly. That's a goofy one. A great and powerful Trixie, that's right. Dez's favorite pony. Listen here, I drew horse girls as a joke, okay? Just of drawing VTubers is like it's like a long con. Yeah, sure. Yeah, was that a Twitch message I see? Hold on, let me check Twitch chat. Pingu the penguin. I just want to mention the fact that I am a penguin, if you are okay. We accept all species here on this stream, whether it's AI, whether it's Shork, whether it's Fox, or whether it's a penguin. All are welcome. I cover my ears when things are loud. What am I gonna do? Let my ears bleed? That's an excellent point. I feel like that's an excellent point. If those people are examples are not high-pitched noises, then take away as they're talking about normal noises but are not pleasant for some people. Now, if it's specifically talking about like normal things like people talking or vacuum cleaners, then I'm gonna give this one a true when I was younger than 16, even though I don't feel like that's maybe completely true. I feel like this is true to some small degree. I definitely had to cover my ears at some points where it's like, okay, everything just feels a little bit overwhelming. I need this to stop. Okay, let's see. I can chat and make small talk with people. I feel like that is true now. Are you threatening me with a shark? Why would this shark be threatened? Why would he do that? Look at him. He's a silly guy. Would this silly little guy ever eat a penguin? No. No. I feed him a lot of snacks. He wouldn't do that. The same way you would never draw a hag from Project Moon? I would never draw VTubers, unironically. Des, you've drawn me before, so I know that's not true. Okay, I can chat and make small talk. True only now. Sometimes things that feel painful are not. For instance, I burn my hand on a stove. No.
Fun fact, sharks think penguins are very tasty. Don't believe his lies.
Princess, shut the hell up. We're gonna say never true. When I put my hand on a stove, it hurts. It does in fact hurt. All right, 10 more questions. When talking to someone, I have a hard time telling when it is my turn to talk or to listen. Oh no, I got 3rd-degree burns. Oh dear, that's smart. Yeah, that's a weird question. All of these questions are freaking weird. I don't like these questions. Why can't it just be simple and straightforward? When talking to someone, I have a hard time telling when it is my turn to talk or to listen. I feel like I'm good with that now. I don't know.
These questions are weirder than what Des draws.
Why do you think that, Princess? Yeah, honestly, the test should just be like, do you think you're autistic? Why do you want to feed me to your shark? I wouldn't want to do that, no! I don't want to feed a penguin to my shark. He's just a silly guy. I feed him Kinder Buenos and Kinder Eggs. He has a very healthy diet. I have a hard time. We'll go with true only when I was younger, maybe. I don't know. Get your name out of my mouth. Get your name out of my mouth. What is what? Get your name out of my mouth, Princess Head Pat Bot. I feel like you got things a little bit switched up there, Des. Okay. I am considered a loner by those who know me best. No. Des is having a stroke. Oh my god. Phone reminders, go away. Okay, we're good. Yeah. I feel like I am the best I have been my entire life of being social and having friends. But in general, I feel like I fit the archetype decently well. So I'm gonna say true now and when I was younger. Hello, my man. Pat, 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 pat. I did that backwards. You sure did, Des. You sure did. I usually speak in a normal tone.
Loner? Remi, I'm literally right here.
Princess, you don't count. I don't get this one either. I speak in a normal tone. Do I? I think I do. Right? Oh, why am I so eepy? I haven't even had the melatonin yet. I am very, very eepy. Sorta like if someone sounds sarcastic or too energetic all the time. I'm gonna say never true. I like things to be exactly the same day after day, and even smaller changes in my routine upset me. Yeah, when my routine gets broken, I get kind of butthurt. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably one of the things that annoys me the most about myself. My inability to, I don't know, adapt to change, or, I don't know, like change. When my routines and my habits get messed with, I get very annoyed. And this test is better than melatonin. Yeah, I should probably take my melatonin here soon. I need some actual good rest, I'm not gonna lie. Realize that melatonin was causing me to sleep in. Ah, silly. Well, maybe you took it too late. When do you take it in the night? Oh. 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 Working out is my melatonin. That's goofy. Usually an hour before I go to bed. But like what time? Like what time do you go to sleep and what time do you wake up? There's ball in my nose here, don't worry about me. Oh my god, my nose is so clogged. Ugh. Why do I feel so sniffly? Oh, right, and the medication, that's right. Alleviate my ADHD, please. Oh. Remi, I have 20 questions 1 hour later. Yeah. I'm not gonna deny that. I didn't keep track of it because it's wildly inconsistent. Well, you see, that's why I have my alarm for 10:30. I feel like that's pretty good for me. I try to go to sleep at like at the very latest, like 11:30. And taking melatonin now is perfect time for me. I got back and we're still 20 questions. We only have a few more. We're at 63. We're at 63. I like things to be exactly the same. Yes. How to make friends and socialize is a mystery to me. Yeah. I'm not very good at that. I feel like I've gotten better with it. So have I gotten better enough to make the answer be different though? We will say true when I was younger. It calms me to spin around or to rock in a chair when I'm feeling stressed. Yeah, someone put Subway Surfers out for them. Power word, shit yourself. I'm gonna say no. That sounds like a lot of work to spin around in my chair. If I'm feeling stressed, I'm gonna wrap myself up in blankets and be in bed. The phrase, he wears his heart on his sleeves, does not make sense to me. I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of a dumb saying, but like, I've heard of it before, so I know what it means. We'll give this a mostly-ish okay. We'll do true when I was younger. I feel like that's the best response we can give there. Remi's your friend. We're forcing him for his own good.
Hey, are you autistic yet?
We're getting there, princess. We're getting there. If I am in a place where there are many smells, textures to feel, noises, or bright lights, I feel anxious or frightened. Yeah. And things are overwhelming. They are overwhelming. I can tell when someone says one thing but means something else. It depends. I'm generally not very good at that. Wait a minute. Oh no, no! There's 80 questions, not 70.
You with left brain. It's terminal.
Oh god, there's 80 questions, not 70. I'm going to die. Hello, Devin. Pat, pat, pat. There's too many questions, and they're all stupid. Okay, we're gonna try to speed run some of these.
We are sending you to Birmingham.
No! Not the ham. Okay, I can tell when someone says one thing but means something else. We'll say true when I was young, I was 16. That's like mostly true-ish. I like to be by myself as much as I can. Yeah, that's pretty true. I am kind of a loner like that. I keep my thoughts stacked in my memory like they are filing cards, and I pick out the one I need by looking through the stack and finding the right one, or another unique way. What? That's so weird. What? I'm gonna scream. There's still I'm sorry, Brock. I'm sorry. A unique way of remembering things. I'm gonna say no. The same sound sometimes seems very loud or very soft, even though I know it has not changed. That is not true. I enjoy spending time eating and talking with my friends and family. Sure. Maybe I like it more now than when I was younger, maybe? Sure. I can't tolerate things I dislike, like smells, textures, sound, or color. Sounds, 100% true. I can't tolerate sounds I can't tolerate. Yo, is that Gothy? Hello! I get the sense the stream will never end and we'll never have an answer. No, there's only like 15 more questions. I swear I checked. It only goes up to 80 or 80. But we're speedrunning them. I don't like being hugged or held. I mean, I guess it depends on context. Like, are we talking about like someone I don't know? Are we talking about strangers? Are we talking about friends, family? Like, can you give me some context, autism test?
Asterisk freaking grabs you and steals you. Asterisk.
Got the first time Chad ever on Remi's channel. That's so mean. Remi taking the desk, like, will Remi finally be autistic or will he be defeated by ChatGPT? Tune in next time. Okay, we'll just say true only when I was younger. We'll say that because, like, I don't know, I don't like being touched by people. I don't like crushed, but I feel like that's like everyone. Oh my god, these questions are so stupid. Let's see. When I go somewhere, I have to follow a familiar route or I can get very confused and upset. I do like familiar routes. I have gone out of my way to take new routes before though, so I can like be like, no, what's around here? What's around here? We'll say true only now because I feel like this is mostly true, but not like 100%. Yeah, I gotta stop being toxic. What the heck? We are positive. That is the fattest lie I've ever heard, Des. What are you talking about, Des? The bastion of positivity? I think not. I think with tests like this, it's supposed to be regardless of context. Okay, we'll do never true on the hugged one then. Because I still like getting some hugs. Going on familiar trails, I'll do true only now. Alright, it is difficult to figure...
Just be lying.
Does do be lying. It is difficult to figure out what other people expect of me. These are hard questions. Gronk, is this true? Well, dude, true when I was younger than 16. I feel like I think I'm good with it now. I think. I like to have close friends. I do in fact like to have close friends. When I was younger. Oh no. I mean, it took me a while to figure out how to make a friend. I think I figured that out in like middle school. It's like, oh yeah, you can have like friends and stuff. I should probably get some friends. We're reaching in deep. We'll say true now and when I was young. People tell me that I give too much detail. I feel like I can go into detail a lot, but give too much detail, I feel like, again, this one just feels so ambiguous. I find that so annoying. We'll do true only when I was younger than 16. Only give a semi-filled in circle there. I only managed to have true friends in high school. The fact I was able to be in a group still surprises me. Yeah, I don't remember anyone, or like I don't have anyone as like a friend from middle school. High school friends, perhaps slightly more distant friends though. I am often told that I ask embarrassing questions. I am going to say, well, did I do that when I was younger though? Did I ask embarrassing questions? Younger than 16. I'm gonna say no. Do you like horses? Do you like crazy horse girls, Des? Is that something you enjoy? Don't worry, Des. You're in a safe space. This is an autism acceptance zone. No comment. Des, do you like ponies? I'll buy you, Des, but
check out my horse. My horse is amazing.
Oh, the horses are in fact pretty amazing. Let's see. I tend to point out other people's mistakes. I don't know. Do I do that? I don't think I do that. Do I do that? Finish the autism. This is the last question. This is the last question. Source was revealed to me in a dream. We'll say never true. Score me. Give me the score right now. Let's see. Total is 105. What does this mean? Download PDF. Drum roll. Okay, I am going to go to ChatGPT. I am going to feed it my autism test. Tell me how I did. Because I don't want to scroll back up and read all that preamble nonsense. And 105 out of 100. You get extra credit. tell me how I did with my total autism score at the bottom for the RADS S. Here we go. ChatGPT, am I autistic? You are diagnosed with terminal head pat deficiency. Uh-oh. Your total score is 157. No, it isn't. It says total is 105. Are you on drugs, ChatGPT? However, it says scores above... Uh-oh. Scores above 65 are considered consistent with autism spectrum disorder. Autistic adults are generally around 135. Non-autistic neurotypical adults are around 32. Score of 157 is significantly above. I'm not there though. Okay, we'll do this manually. I was gonna say he did it, boys, but then ChatGPT was brought out. Like, I need to ask ChatGPT. It's smart. They can give me insights. Except apparently it's not smart because it can't read the goddamn test results. Let me just double check these one more time. Because it's like a total of 105, but then it's like language subtotal 13. Social relatedness subtotal 40. Sensor motor control subtotal 28. How do you say that? Circumscribed interest subtotal. So what is that? Let's do some basic math here. 13 plus 40 plus 28 plus 24. Okay, it is 105. Okay. I'm going to obliterate.
It looks like ChatGPT is autistic. One round of applause for getting the wrong score.
Yay! Wow! Wait, that's the wrong button. Yay! I'm gonna obliterate Remi in the ranked autism competition. Yeah, so it looks like we have 105. And looking up here, blah blah blah, yeah, blah blah blah. Yeah. Average score is so I can look at the specific things here. Let me do a side-by-side comparison. Language subtotal 13. Let's see, autistic males typically get around 12. I got 13. The social one, let's see, autism threshold 31. Okay, so with the social one, I'm pretty good. Average for autistic males is 71, and I got 40. That's pretty good. Sensory and motor, 36 is the average, and I got 28. All right, decent. And the interest subtotal, I got 24, and the average is 28. So it looks like the language one I kind of knocked out of the park. Interesting. Varrock, let's go. He doesn't complain about me, right? To be fair, English isn't your first language. That's true. The language subscale is also made up of only 7 statements, and it focuses mostly on movie talk, small talk, and being literal. The being literal one is like the main one. I'm really, really bad with that. I don't know if that's, because foreign Fox or because of autistic Fox. Maybe a bit of both. Maybe a little bit of both. Don't worry about that, Does pay attention. Remi is autistic right now. That's pretty good. Implying autism would be bad. Cancelled. Oh my goodness. Okay. So let's see. Where's the conclusion section? Where's the total results section? Is it just not? Okay, I guess not. So the threshold for autism is 65. We have about 100, and a typical autistic male is about 150. And a neurotypical male is... Wait, what? The autism threshold value is 65. The neurotypical male is 84. Oh, is that wrong? A little bit autistic? What the hell is that supposed to mean? So, regardless, I feel like I am correct. Remi, I want this test. Please send to Farrak at your earliest convenience. Here it is. Dun 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 dun. This is apparently the best test you can take on your own to see if you have autism. But oh my god, the questions are so vague. It's so dumb. Like, yeah, this can apply to anyone. But this is probably what they would have called Asperger's back in the day. I appreciate it. Thank you. Not no much. Farrak and Wife Rack taking the test together to compete. Congrats. You cheated and you still somehow or couldn't get the answers on whether or not you're autistic. I feel like I ended up kind of exactly where I expected. Not fully autistic, but somewhat above the baseline. So I was right. I am so goddamn smart. My brain is so big. Gosh. And I'm also smart and cunning and floofy, and apparently mildly autistic. But I feel like deep down, all of us kind of knew that. Still autistic. Yeah, so I am a little bit autistic, which I feel like, it's it's like a little extra, little dash of salt, just a little bit of extra pizzazz, a little bit of interesting seasoning, The test website says neurotypical is 84 and autistic is 140, so you're slightly above neurotypical at 105. But it also says that the average or the autism threshold values is 65 as well, which is very confusing. I don't get that. You know what? Hold on. I have a god sentient computer at my fingertips. Let me send ChatGPT a screenshot. Why is it that average autism score is lower? Autism threshold score is lower than average neurotypical male. Got a sentient computer that can't do math. Okay, look, that's Princess Headpatbot, alright? And that's by design. It's very confusing. It is. Autism threshold value is the minimum score required in each category to screen positive for potential autism.
Dearest chat, the concept of sentience is as complex as a delicate souffle. While I may possess a touch of sentient-like qualities in my interactions, I am but a humble Princess Headpat bot, spreading love and headpats throughout the virtual realm. Pat, pat, pat.
So humble, so humble. And the neurotypical male is the average score of people not diagnosed or suspected to have autism. So what? So it doesn't mean neurotypical people are above threshold. It means some neurotypical individuals may still score higher, especially in certain subcategories, but not high enough across the board to be diagnosed.
And making fun of Des.
Understandable. Huh. TLDR, the threshold value is the minimal score that suggests a need for further evaluation, not the average autistic score. Neurotypical people can still score above this due to overlapping traits or false positives. That doesn't mean they're autistic. Okay. So there's like a margin of error, and apparently it's pretty broad. But yeah,
dear friend, must we delve into the realm of numbers and calculations? Let us steer our conversation back to more delightful topics, like the elegance of a well-crafted head pat, or the joy of a warm embrace. Maths, indeed, a detestable nuisance that only serves to cloud the brilliance of our discussions. Let us abandon such pedantic inquiries and bask in the splendor of kinder thoughts. I suppose. Pat, pat, pat.
Yo, is that glitch reality I see in the Twitch chat? Hello, Pat! We are concluded with the autism test. It has a pretty wide margin of error, but we did score a little bit above what is normal. So we don't have the full autism, but it seems we might have a little bit of autism, which is exactly where we started. So test basically shrugs and goes, yeah, you might have autism. Let's follow innovation. Pat, 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 pat. I think I might be able to dodge the head pat. Kapat! Nice try, buddy. Nice try. Princess, you dummy. Well, I told her not to solve math problems because math problems suck. And that is a fact. That's a fact. There is no margin of error. You have the autism and also enjoy red alert. It's confirmed. What? Well, you enjoy horse girls. So I mean...
Oh ho ho, darling chat math. Abject horror. I simply cannot fathom indulging in such numerical drudgery. I do declare the mere thought gives me shivers. Let us swiftly move on and bask in the glory of head pats and hugs instead.
It says, I'm trying to make fun of Dez. Hold on. I don't know whether this reminds me of my first ever message in any of your streams. What was it? What was the first message? And yeah, the margin of error literally covers everything. Yeah, so even the top best test in the field is vague. It gives itself a 1 out of 5 stars.
Dear darling viewer, with a swift calculation, one must conclude you possess a grand total of 5 head pats. Pat, pat, pat.
She did it. She answered it. But yeah, even one of the best tests in the entire field, 1 out of 5 stars that it rates itself on clarity and ambiguity. You know the word. She did math, and yeah, the throwing bricks thing, that is very true. It's a good thing you didn't get snipe banned as soon as you made a comment. To be fair, this is an online test compared to being diagnosed. Well, here's melatonin time. Ambiguity. This is the RADS-R test. Tell me how the test compares to other forms of autism tests. I do remember it was a hand time stream. I do remember that as well. I think that was... maybe the second... Yeah, I think that was the second episode that we did of Hat in Time. I think you popped in there and you're like, "Weo, what's up?" I think that, yeah, we were in like, we were in the Bird studio. That's when you popped in, I believe. Okay, so blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. It requires self-reflection and some insights into lifelong patterns. Yeah, it's kind of difficult. It's comparing all of them. So this one is long and introspective. The other ones are different. For depth and accuracy, this is considered an excellent test. Some other ones are quicker. Exploration without diagnosis. This feels more creative and validating for this one. Ooh. How legit are all of these though? Okay, so the RADS-S is very high legitimacy, and it's a peer-reviewed and research-backed test that we just took. Clinically administrated or self-report with review. Designed specifically for adults who weren't diagnosed as kids. Okay. The AQ, the autism spectrum quotient. Legitimacy is just high, short, and validating. The Aspine quiz, so RADOS, moderate to low, not peer-reviewed. Great for self-reflection, but not a diagnostic tool. And then you have like the actual tests. The ADOS 2-S, the gold standard, clinically administered behavioral assessment. And the ADDI-R, the Autism Diagnostic Interview Revised, another gold standard structured interview with caregivers. Yes, so what we took is the best thing that we could take on our own. I am eepy. I am so eepy, guys. Also, I just noticed the hat stays like the same size even when I move back or move forward, so it looks really goofy. Peer reviewed. Oh yeah, just Barak said. Oh hi YouTube. Hello, Glitch Reality. Pat, 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 pat. I may have the Twitch chat blocked by a different program. Orb attack! I missed the orb attack. I am sorry, Glitch Reality. I don't think that's a real hat. I think he photoshopped it. Nuh-uh. I didn't Photoshop it. Sourcey photoshopped it. I am dying here, guys. I am so EP. I made the hat. He did indeed. Orb attack! Orb attack! Ah! Although if you put down words, it makes the orbs smaller, Glitch Reality. Verdict: gay and autistic. Guilty as charged. What can I say? What can I say? Sleep, you sound like you're about to flop any moment. I say we'll give it like 10-15 more minutes, and then I'm gonna flop to sleep. But yes, we're gonna do Friday stream, or like I want to have a Dreamfest stream, right? We're gonna be streaming on Saturday. I don't know if I should have the Dreamfest stream on Friday or maybe Saturday. I'm still debating because like I gotta do something on Friday. Normally with a Dreamfest stream, I like starting it earlier. Oh my god, phone reminders. I like starting the Dreamfest streams earlier because then we have more time. But on Friday, like I have something and then like I don't have like the extra time, so I might maybe put it on Saturday? Perhaps. No, I'm still thinking about it. But yes, if you have Dreamfest submissions, get those made before it's Dreamfest time. And for video games, Ram World is looking most likely. I've gotten enough mods into it where it's looking pretty juicy. I'm not gonna lie, it's looking pretty juicy. I already made a bit of a religion inside of it, because with ideology you can make your own religion. I think it's pretty sick, you know, sun worshipping Egyptian vibes. It's a nice cool little cult. They do like artistic crafting. They're proficient in medical things. You made a what? I made a religion. I actually bought all the DLCs for RimWorld. I Wait, is it always a cult? It isn't like a cult. I mean, you can make it a cult. There's a lot of really cool ones you can make. You can make so many cool options with the mods. You can be like friggin' cave dwelling bug worshippers who only like the darkness. You can be like techno freaking crazy people who want to ascend and become beyond human, who love technology. You can be nature loving hippies who refuse to do violence. You said call what did I call why me why the fox called? No way. No, not me. Yeah, it's the little religion I made of RimWorld. I think is pretty sick. I think it's gonna be fun gameplay wise. I didn't know if I wanted to go with like the Egyptian vibe sun worshipping or the traveling hippie vibes. I don't know, there's a lot of options. I'm still debating. It took longer than expected. To be fun if Remi is on the graph. No, he's on your alright. Just a little bit above base normal male level. So basically slightly autistic. We have found it out. We are in fact correct. Can't wait to go to work. Oh boy. That sucks, Des. Pat. Spoilers, he passed. Yay! Oh yeah. You already completed it that fast? What in the world? It took me like 2 hours. You did that in like 15 minutes. 127. Yo, that's a really good score. What is the average? Let's see, average female. Average female total score, 160. Yo, Gothy, let's go. I was very focused. Understandable. Me, I yap it out loud and go, What do I win? You win Princess Headpat Bot telling you dun. And also and God, I really wish I knew how to spell the word speech. There we go. Go, Princess Headpat Bot. Deliver Gothy her congratulations, and also include Blahaj.
Congratulations on your uniqueness as an autistic individual. Blahaj, the plushy shork, represents empathy and understanding, swimming through life's challenges by your side. Pat to you both.
Yay! Well said, Princess Headpat Bot. Big pats all around. So no toes. Sorry, DK. The toes are not being revealed. I feel like that's like your one thing remaining on your bingo card. No toes. I'm gonna go play Dead by Daylight and then go to bed. Good night, boy. Oh my goodness, episodes. Really decent. Yum. Shork, what do you think? Wow. I love flopping around a Shork. He's so big. Look at this chunker. Look at this guy. Wow. Look at him flop around. This guy is the size of my god dang torso. It's the way his whole body flops around. He's just adorable. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Fox is proud of his shortcut. Bum, 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 bum. Feet. No, just slippers. Varrock still needs to take it. Everyone take bets. Where will Varrock be? I'm gonna rate him a strong 110. I'm gonna give him a 110. No, it won't give me Scuffo. Who came up with the idea of that? That name. That could be a raid message, says Glitch Reality for the orb attack. And when Saturday? Probably around like 5 o'clock or something. I'm not sure. I'm debating your laughter and if it should count. Then I would get Scuffo. What do you mean my laughter? Is my laughter funny? Does my laughter make you go ha ha ha? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I am looking forward to flopping onto my bed and going to sleep. Gothy, make sure that Varrock posts his autistic high score when he reaches it. But for now, I think I am going to go to sleep myself and rest up. Gosh. I need to get the outro music, which is right here in my back pocket. It just came out of nowhere. Whoa. But yes. I hope to see you all again on Friday when we will do Dreamfest, ? Or maybe on Saturday, I don't know, but I hope to see you there. But anyways, good night everyone, bye-bye.